Why don't men want to be friends with women the way women want to be friends with men? I got a direct message from a lovely young lady from Queens, New York, and she goes, "Hey, Legend, why don't guys want to be friends with girls the way girls want to be friends with guys?" Wait a minute. I know her. I know this young lady. I know her from Smooth Magazine and also Straight Stunner Magazine. She's a very attractive young lady. So this isn't an issue. This is an issue that goes across the board for women. What happens is women tend to meet a lot of guys, a lot of men approach, and women tend to disqualify men because men do a lot of things that basically take them out of her frame of reference of somebody that she may want to date. Guys tend to try too hard to put themselves in a position to have sex at very inappropriate times, like early on. Guys tend to call but not offer any plans of going out. It's like, hey, what's up? Women don't really want to hear just, hey, what's up? If they like you, they want to know, do you have a plan? They want to know, are you going to take them out? And by taking them out, they don't mean take them out of their house into your house. Men do it, and as a woman, you from 16 to probably about 23, 24, you do a lot of maturing and you start to understand game a little better and you start to look at things differently, and you want someone who's not going to be thirsty, someone not going to pressure you for sex. You tend to want to go out. And it's not that women want to go out because they want to spend your money. A woman learns that a man should take me out because you should want to date her. You should want to show that you have a deeper interest in her other than the size of her bra, other than the fact that she has a big ass. And a lot of times when you meet guys are like, hey, you know what I'm saying, can I come over your crib, or you want to go for a ride in my car, or their idea of a date is leaving your house to go to his house. All of these situations are not really when a person wants to get to know you. Those situations are, I'm trying to put me and you in an opportunity where we can have sex. And if you haven't taken the time to get to know her, to find out what she likes, to find out what makes her laugh, to find out what she cares about, it really comes across as, yo, you're just in it for yourself. You're just in it to have sex with me. And a lot of women start to realize those relationships don't really go anywhere. You can sleep with anybody. And women start wanting something deeper. They want a connection. They want a vibe. They want to get to know you. That's why a lot of guys disqualify themselves very early on with women. They're like, well, why is she acting like a bitch? No, she's really not. It's just that she's just not trying to fuck you on a first or second date, and you're giving up because you didn't get any ass. So her thing is, when she meets guys, it starts off very cool, and the guys do something that disqualifies them, and she says, oh, well, look, I want to just be friends. And she makes a unilateral decision and says, this isn't going any other way other than us being friends. And she's under the impression that these guys are her friends because they've been calling and they've went out once or twice, and he listened to her talk about her bad day, when in all actuality, once she said that we're not doing anything other than friends, she found out that he really didn't care about her day. He really didn't care that she had a long week. He really didn't care that her job was getting on her nerves, or he really didn't care that she had a bunch of classes and all of her professors are giving her a bunch of work. He didn't care about any of these things. He was in it to try to be with her and basically to have sex. What women have to realize is men and women are not on the same page as that. If you want a friend, a lot of times it has to happen organically. I have female friends, and most of my female friendships came about not because a woman said, hey, Legend, I'm putting you in a friend zone, because Legend doesn't do that. It's because we became friends because it would happen organically. And it happened naturally, where I didn't want a sex relationship from her, and she didn't want one from me, so we were able to be friends without that pressure. Now, what happens is, a lot of times, men pretend to want to be your friend, and me personally, I think that's a very weak way to try to come at a woman, because you're not being real. You're only pretending to care about her day. You're only pretending to care about her issues. You're only pretending. A real man, an alpha male, he states his being. He's like, look, he doesn't dabble around the border, pretending to be something that he's not, to pretend to act like he cares about her week, to pretend that he cares about what she's upset about, also that he can come in the back door and then try to screw her later. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? I thought we were friends. Because she thought you were a friend, so she invited you over to talk, and next thing you know, you got your dick out when she went to the bathroom. You sitting on the couch like, yeah. No. Or you guys are talking and you decide, you know what, I'm going to send her a dick pic because you're thinking like a man, like, yo, that'll turn her on. When dick pics from guys that women don't want to date generally don't turn them on. It actually turns girls off because that's thinking like a guy. If a girl send us a titty pic, we'd be like, yay, titty pic, titty pic. Girls don't think like that. They don't want a dick pic, fellas, especially from a guy that they think is just a friend. They're like, what the fuck is this, Raheem? Why would you send me this? And we're like, but it's a dick. It's a dick. No, it doesn't work like that. So from the way I look at it, if you're an alpha male, no, you're not going to come at a woman on some bullshit pretending to be her friend. It's like, look, either you want to date me or you don't want to date me. Because as an alpha, you look at it like, if you don't want to date me, she'll date me. She'll date me. The same way a pretty chick is like, well, he'll date me or he'll date me. A lot of guys come at it from a beta perspective and pretend. And that upsets a lot of women because in the long run, women start to feel like guys aren't shit because it always feels like you're being lied to. So, for you, young lady, now that you understand somewhat better about what guys are looking for, now you have to state you're being what you're looking for. And when you meet guys and they disqualify themselves by their poor behavior, you have to be willing to let that friendship go. Once you state, I just want to be friends, you're giving him an opportunity to say, yeah, he's either going to accept it or he's not going to accept it. But if he doesn't accept it, oh well. That's not what you wanted anyway, and you don't want a fraudulent relationship with a guy who's just hanging on, waiting, because a lot of guys will sit around in the background of your life, like background noise, and they'll sit around waiting for you to be depressed, waiting for you to be down, waiting for things to not be going your way, waiting for you and your boyfriend to break up so they can sit there and be a fake dude and be like, oh, that's messed up, da 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 da, I really feel for you. When all he's doing is sitting there he's sitting there basically praying for the downfall of your relationship so he can swoop in with a bunch of fake bravado. And then you're thinking, then what happens is, so with some women, not all women, but what happens sometimes, you end up dealing with this guy because he's been lingering around in the background of your life, and you give him a chance. And what you find out is, after you deal with him, you're like, why the fuck did I fuck with him? There's a reason why you didn't mess with him all that time. But he hung around, being background noise, being a fake friend, throwing shade on your relationship. And that's what I mean about acting like he's your friend, giving you suspect advice, being like that little devil in your ear, trying to throw salt in your relationship to break you up with your boyfriend. You don't need that. If you have to have people in your life, you want genuine, you want real people in your life. If you have to find gay men to be your friends, find some gay men, but you have to find genuine friends. And genuine friends are very hard to find.